Hello everyone, this is DD1 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at another prototype life-size animatronic. So this is the Strobing Ghost life-size, and this was made for 2011, but it ultimately was not produced. He might look very familiar to another item, which is the Swaying Ghost. However, it came for the next year, and there's several differences, even down to the thickness of the fabric. But this guy doesn't actually have any mechanisms in him. He is a light and sound only piece, and essentially it plays the Night Fright mic audio as it's known, and it has the Ghost Reaper strobing effect, like the Ghost Reaper from Lowe's and Halloween City. And that would make sense considering they're made around the same time. Now, this guy, I've only known of two of them to ever exist. I'm sure there might have been more, but he's got some differences from the Swaying Ghost. First of all, he actually had a belt-driven head mech in him originally, but it actually didn't seem to have a spot on the board or anything for it. I think it's just, it was convenient to leave it in there when they were reusing the parts to build him. So it would have been cool if his head turned, but it doesn't seem like it was intended to at any point. He takes a 6-volt adapter. He has an item number sticker on the base, but it's one of the smaller ones. And what's really weird about his base is he actually has the Velcro for shoes or something, like the fabric shoes, but that is in fact his number, but obviously you don't think he would have had any shoes at any point. Perhaps they would have considered trying to Velcro down the fabric on the base, which would make sense at some point. There's really not too much else to say except for one glaringly big piece of information that I need to clarify. So this guy, pre-2020, was fully working, but sometime in 2020, his EEPROM actually decided to recode itself a little bit. I believe it is just an issue with the reader itself, but it kind of manipulated the coding in him, and so he actually makes these completely artificial noises that are really disturbing. So I actually call him the glitchy ghost because of that, but it honestly just makes him so much more creepy. And it might seem like it's all randomized, but for several years now, he has had the exact same phrases and the exact same patterns. So essentially, it just kind of baked into the code these new noises that were not intended to be there. So it's pretty scary stuff. And if someone saw this on display, they might think, oh, that's funny, it's glitching, or they might actually be a little bit disturbed, especially if you're familiar with the audio tracks, because there's a lot of free liberty taken there by the ghost on his voice, and it's really just something else. There's like one phrase that mostly plays normal, all the others are very unique. So I guess I'll go ahead and plug him in. He might be on try me mode still. So you see what I mean. And that's one of the more tame ones, honestly. It's phrase 2. Here's phrase 3. Keep in mind, guys, this isn't just like a glitch, like, oh, let's unplug it and plug it back in. This is permanent. This is how this thing behaves every time. Honestly, I think that one is the scariest because as it keeps resetting over and over, the lights get faster and faster every single time. It's just really creepy. So yeah, that was all of his phrases, and as you can see, very creepy stuff. I genuinely think that if this was made as a concept, maybe not as just a ghost, but some kind of robot or something, even if it was just a ghost, I think this might actually be quite popular because it really ties into the whole Five Nights at Freddy's kind of thing of the animatronic not doing what it's supposed to. I've considered audio ripping this and using it for something else or something. I just think it's so fascinating that this thing made its own sounds, that it just has baked into its memory because no human programmed those noises or the patterns or anything. It just one day decided that this is how it's going to be. And it from that time on, it just is always making the sounds like this. So very neat stuff. I'm going to do it with the lights all the way off because when you're in a complete dark room and you have it doing these glitching strobing effects, it is even more scary. And I think you guys are going to like that. All right, so here we are. Guess I should have said this video contains flashing lights. Well, that's even creepier. It's never done that before. This is really one of those 3 a.m. videos now. Well, you saw him in the complete dark for a bit, and that was very creepy. So I'm gonna have to look into this with the lights because that is a new issue. I've had him for multiple years now, and he has not ever done the thing with the lights. So that's completely new. I will look into that. But as you can see, I honestly love it. I love how it does with the lights and how they speed up and just the creepy glitchiness to them. It really makes him a unique item. He might seem more generic otherwise, but it's pretty legendary in my opinion. So that's it for this guy. Hopefully I can get the lights working again because whoa. But yeah, just an element to make this video even more creepy. All right, just as a quick update, a little part 2 to the Strobing Ghost video, I just kind of shook him around a little bit and the lights are working again. So there is no need to worry there. He is good to go. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.